Hello, everybody. I'm Noemi Banchi, and we are broadcasting from Springwood, Australia. And well, today we are studying the 8 positive attitudes. And this is in a book, and the book is Pillars of Metaphysics by Rubén Cedeño. And I don't follow the order of the book, but we are going to see all the content of the book. And why I chose today about talking about these 8 positive attitudes, it's because we are, so like yesterday or the day before was the full moon of May. And in the full moon of May is when we celebrate Wesak, the moment in which Siddhartha Gautama, was born, ascended, and was clarified. Some people call that he was illuminated, but the Rubén Cedeño uses the terminology clarified. He was clarified because he was clear. He clarified himself. So that's why, and this is what he was clear that people suffer. There is suffering. Yes. But that's it? No. There is a cause of suffering. And we can discover that cause. So the way to end that cause is by the eightfold path, which is the 8 positive attitudes. So is the attitude you will going to choose to do. So this is what Rubén says. You are the cause of whatever happens to you. And I don't know if it's the first time you are hearing this, but let me tell you, when I heard this, my mind was, whoa, my God. Because, sometimes you complain about the weather because someone gets sick. And no, it's not the weather, it's you. And sometimes people complain about the government because they don't have enough money. And hang on, you are the cause of whatever happened to you. So not the government. And everything like that. Or I'm happy because someone did something. And hang on, you are the cause of whatever happened to you. So that is the answer for all the suffering. And I don't want to just pass the next slide without mentioning the picture. I love this picture because it's one picture can say more than 1,000 words, something like that. You see that person moving one cause, and you see the effects, and this is the explanation of the cause, the law of cause and effect. That whatever you do, it will sooner or later, is going to return to you. And life doesn't make mistakes. Humans might be, but life, no. So whatever happened to you, it's you are the cause. I was talking with someone the other day saying, if someone is in prison, well, they did something. That's why they are there. And then the person said, no, well, but there are people who are innocent and they still are in prison. And if we follow this example, you are the cause of whatever happened to you, even if the case is the person is innocent and then they discover that it was innocent and was in prison for 20 years, it's still, there is nothing casual or casuality is the word? Casuality? That doesn't exist. Is the person, maybe they don't remember, but you did something, and that's why that situation is happening to you right now. Because that, like I said, can be, the effect can be in 1 minute, or the effect can be in your next incarnation. You don't know when. So Lord Gautama, Siddhartha Gautama, was a prince in India. And he was living very, very comfortable in a very nice home, surrounded by people who attended him, a house for winter, a house for summer, a house for different seasons. And like nowadays, people may have a house for summer and they go to the beach, and then they have another house to spend winter. So what happened is, one day he was fine, he was happy, but he said, well, I want to see what is beyond these walls. I want to see the world. And his father wanted him to be ignorant of what happening, but he insisted, and he went. And when he went outside of his beautiful house, what he saw was a sick person, an elderly person, and someone dead. And then they discovered that everyone suffers. And then he saw a sannyasi, a person who was very happy. So then by this, what we are going to do today, by these attitudes, is how you can find the solution. I would say that you can focus on one only and just stick with the one, and then go with the next one and the next one. Because each of these attitudes will solve you the issue that you are in this moment, right now. So, positive thinking, positive speech, positive action, positive livelihood, positive observation, positive meditation, positive understanding, and positive effort. All right, let's have a look. Positive thinking. We spent more or 1 hour talking about positive thinking the other day. So positive thoughts mean always thinking good things about people, situations, including yourself, your family, your friends, your work, and your inner teaching group. When we talk about positive thinking, the first thing to be positive is to reject the negative by saying you have no power over me. And then the affirmation of the positive thing, the opposite aspect of what you are seeing. If you are seeing illness, so I say, you have no power over me, and I say, I am health. If the situation is, let's say, good things about people. If someone in your family, I don't know, or your boss, or someone annoys you very much, okay, thinking positive about that person. In metaphysics, we learn to bless. Well, one thought is, I bless your inner self. Positive thinking. So about yourself, about family, friends, about your work. For each aspect, for each situation, you can use the power of your thought. Now, be careful so you don't fall into false positivism. What is false positivism? Is the person who says, like the song, everything will be okay, and I don't know, there is a mess, and everything will be okay. No. Let's say in medicine, my profession, I cannot say to my patient everything will be okay. I need to tell them what is the cause of the illness, if it's known. In medicine is funny because most of the etiology, the origin of the cause of the illness is unknown in medicine. But in metaphysics, we know that the cause of the illness is the negative thought, or the negative feeling, or the negative words, or the negative actions. So if someone has cancer, well, the doctor needs to come and say, well, your diagnosis is cancer. Is the doctor negative? No. The doctor is his job. If this is what Ruben always says, because he's a musician, and he's with that student, or and the student is playing wrong the piano, he needs to say, you are playing wrong. You need to fix that. Is he negative? No. The teacher has to teach. So false positivism is the people who say this saying that I hear, that I always scream when I say that. Say no, it's not like that. When they say ignorance is a blessing, and I always say no. Because if the person, and this is what Gautama says, the ignorance is the cause of suffering. So you cannot say that, if I don't know, excellent. It's like I don't see. Well, no, it's not like that. I have a very very strong example. If you have sex with someone, and that person is positive with HIV, and you don't know, and you are not protected, you most likely that you are going to have it. Now, if you don't know that that person is positive with HIV, do you think that is not going to happen? Nikiti, is going to happen to you. So, false positivism? No. Well, we can say this decrease, I don't know if you can see it. Okay. I am positive. And we are not going to just repeat. It's just an attitude. Something happened at your work, you are going to, okay, I am determined to be positive. So I am positive. I am the force. When someone says, no, you cannot do that, you say, I am the force. That's your attitude. I am intelligent. I am divine love. I am pure and perfect. I am harmonious. I am health. I am the truth. And when I'm saying I am the truth, what I mean is, if you don't lie, truth will protect you. That means to be the truth. And also, Jesus said something. Do you remember? He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am prosperous. Yes, I am prosperous. Oh, the bill for Netflix, Amazon, Amazon Prime, Disney, blah, 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 blah. You are going to complain? No. What is your attitude? Oh, you're going to say, oh, no, it's too expensive. No, because now your attitude is to be prosperous. So you're going to say, I am prosperous, I have money to pay. I am free, I am the law of forgiveness. So I forgive. How many times? Jesus said 70 times 7. Okay, positive thinking. Now, positive speech. Positive words mean speaking well about all people, situations, and things, including yourself, your family, friends, work, and your metaphysical group. Speaking good, edifying, and pleasant words blesses, praises, and magnifies the good. You know who was always magnifying the good? Mother Mary. When Jesus was little and he was running around, something happened. This is for all the mothers. If you're a mom or dad. So Jesus was running around, and what happened? He fell over and his knee was, hurt or something hurting, or his ankle. And Mother Mary, it wasn't scared or anything. She said, okay, come here, sit down. Oh, she didn't say the false positive. It's like, it's nothing. Wow. So what happened is, because for us, for adults, kids things, yes, are nothing, because, he is screaming, or he's worried, but it's nothing. But for them, it's his world. So what we're going to say is, okay, come here, sit down. Okay, let's have a look. All right. And she was using her hands, and her hands putting on the knee or his ankle. And she said, we are going to magnify God. And God is health. So we are going to think that you are already healed. And she was putting Jesus in the plane, so thinking of health. That's magnifying good. These words set in motion harmonious causes that will improve your life. Otherwise, negative words will destroy it. Okay. I should say, talking about the example I said about Mother Mary, and this is about false positivism. And Emmett Fox, so let's say, I'm learning metaphysics with Rubén Cedeño. Rubén Cedeño learned metaphysics with Connie Méndez, and Connie Méndez learned metaphysics with Emmett Fox. So, Emmett Fox said, you decree, you invoke the I am presence. If you met someone on the street which is who is hurt, and you say, okay, I am, in the name of the I am presence, I am health in this situation. And nothing happened, the person is still unwell. Next thing is 999 or 000, we need an ambulance because there is a person here unwell. This is combining all the tools or methods that you can use to get better. Positive speech. So what you say, and if it like says, if you use negative words, that will destroy you. The other day someone said something negative. I don't remember now actually what he said. Something like, oh, I don't know. You know that people who say, oh, I wish something bad. I wish, no, I don't know, I don't remember, but let's say an example. I wish that person will have an accident. I don't know, something like that. So what I said like this, no. That energy will return to you. And the next person who is going to have an accident is the person who said those words. And this is in the Bible, in the Torah, let there be light. And what happened after that? The light was on earth, on the universe. The light was created. Okay. The word comes first. So use the power of your words. We say, metaphysics, I bless the good in this situation and I want to see it. The other day, someone had needed a surgery. So the person will undergo surgery. So I said to the person, and the person was a little bit anxious, and I said, okay, think and say with me, I bless the good in this situation and I want to see it. A few days later, I saw the person. I said, how did it go? Excellent. Perfect. Then for any situation, I don't know, I can have many examples. Use, I bless the good in this situation and I want to see it. And there are things that people say to you, like for example, sorry to bother you. That's not positive. Oh, but it sounds polite. No, it's not. Sorry for bother you. So you are insinuating that it's like throwing shit to someone. Can I ask you a question? The can I ask you a question is redundant because, okay, you already did the question. That's it. You already asked the question. That's the first question. So, positive actions. So we already saw positive thinking, positive words, and positive actions. Positive action is doing good to every person, condition, or thing, helping others, being kind and cooperative. Yeah, so like I said already the example of Emmett Fox. When you see someone needs help, okay, you use the decree, you say the decree, but then you act. You move, you do something. You just not sit down waiting for for the universe to give it to you, which now is everyone asks for the universe. In the universe there is war, there is everything, but people ask for in the universe. But no, you just need to move, act. I put this example because about good actions. And if this, I have a friend of mine who is a lawyer in Ireland. She's a lawyer, and I have another lawyer friend in Argentina, and I have many friends who are lawyers. But this case is about another person who had an injury, and this is what about the good action. The person, the lawyer said to the person, if you sued the company, you will be a millionaire. So the person thinks that if something happened to him, and if he suits the company, he will be a millionaire. Well, let me tell, and like I said, I'm not a lawyer, and I have a lot of friends who are lawyers, and they are also metaphysicians. But in this case, be aware that is it positive? Thinking that you will be a millionaire just for suing someone? And what happened is that that energy is already returning to the person, because that person had a car accident, someone stole him. So stealed. What is the past of steal? Stealed. Steal him. So that energy is coming back to him. And well, positive livelihood. Positive livelihood is having harmless, noble, edifying means of subsistence without stealing. Like I said, stealing, and be careful. Be careful, because steal is not someone who grabs your pocket and take your wallet, or someone who, I don't know, takes your shoes. Some people with tie can steal as well, where they have a lot of power. Trafficking drugs or alcohol. Killing animals for food, murdering, speculating, deceiving. See, speculating. Oh yes, I will sue the company, so I will be a millionaire. No. Extorting, bribing, tyrannizing, or restricting the freedom of others. So positive livelihood is about this. And secretary, a cook, a doctor, a construction worker, what else? I don't know, a hairdresser, a mail postie. And the other day I was talking with someone regarding being successful, and the person said, well, not everyone can be a CEO. And I said, you know what? In the clinic, every now and then we receive mails, and the postie, the person who brings the mails, is the happiest person I've ever seen. He is the happiest person on earth. He's always smiling, singing with his bike. So it's not about what you do, it's what the job that you decide to do, you chose, is the job that makes you happy. The other day I was talking with a patient who had a child. Well, the child is going to be an adult soon, and the child is deciding it might be that he wants to become a physiotherapist. So the parent asked me, what do you need to be, or what is the requirement to be a physiotherapist? And I said to them that you like your profession, that you love what you do. Because money will come regardless you do if you love what you do. Because if you love what you do, you will be good at it. Positive observation. So let's recap, because we saw already 4. Positive thinking, positive speech, positive actions, and positive livelihood. Now, positive observation. This is more internal. The other ones were more external, like going out. These ones are more internal. Positive observation is realizing all the noble things one has without criticizing, condemning, or qualifying, developing the awakened consciousness, perceiving what is experienced without conflict or fragmentation. All right, so in order to observe this, to observe, we need to what? What do you need to observe? First, shut up. Close your mouth. What else do you need? Being alone. Because if you are chatting with someone, oh yes, what I did yesterday, you are always talking about what you did in the past, or plans, or about what you are going to do in the future. But you are not talking about right now. Oh yeah, I'm sitting in this chair. No, you don't talk about the present. So to observe, first you need to be quiet. And then observe this. Do you recognize, we saw this already, this art by Van Gogh, The Starry Night, by Vincent Van Gogh. So what happened in your mind is all those vortexes making noises, and you're going to observe what you think, and then you're going to observe what you think. Oh, what I did that, or what I said that I should have said this and this and this, or oh, I'm so hungry that I would like to eat a burger right now, but no, I want to lose weight. I haven't been to the gym yet. Oh no, but I'm sore afterwards, so I don't want to go to the gym, but I know I should. And this is all inside. And then you, from there to there to there, it's all vortices in your mind. And then observing your feelings. So, thoughts and feelings, you are going to say this: peace, be still. The observation is very interesting, because when you really observe, the peace comes immediately. You don't even have to say peace, be still. If you're angry because something happened to you, and you are, what is the word I want to say? And you are, let's say, quiet enough or still enough to recognize that you are angry, and then you just hang on, you just wait 1 minute, and then you see that you are angry, and then you just breathe, and then that feeling disappears. It doesn't disappear quite quickly as the thought, but still you can observe and calm down. Peace, be still. There is a decree. I should have written here is the harmony of my inner self is my maximum protection. Because if you're in harmony, whatever happens, you are going to continue in that state. So peace, be still. Because you cannot start observing. Remember we said that? We talk about this causation quadrant. The causation quadrant is composed of 4 elements: thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. And then you can observe if what you are doing is the celestial causation quadrant or the toxic one. What's the difference? Easy. The celestial is about positive thinking, positive feelings, positive words, and positive actions. And the toxic one? The toxic one is about negative thoughts. I cannot do it. I'm not good enough feeling. I feel sad. I feel so tired. I cannot do anything right now. I feel like I want to go to bed. Words saying, I don't know, like words like, any words like, this is hopeless, is useful. Actions, again, negative actions. So you can observe the causation quadrant, the cause of what is happening to you right now. And Saint Germain, in one of his incarnations, Saint Germain is the avatar of the current age. We are in the Aquarius age, or the age of Aquarius. The previous age was Pisces, and the avatar of the age of Pisces was Jesus. Before, another avatar was Gautama, another avatar was Krishna, and in this age is Saint Germain. And Saint Germain works for freedom. In one of his incarnations, he was Francis Bacon. And he says, he went to an island, like that's the picture, he went to an island to live peacefully, surrounded by nature, in the best place. He said, I'm away from people. I'm not going to see people. I'm going to live in heaven. And listen carefully what he discovered. I discovered that I wasn't alone. First thing first, Hanang, nobody around here, but he wasn't alone. Millions of thoughts of unhappy origin. So, unhappy thoughts. Millions of agonizing and heartbreaking feelings. So, negative feelings and negative thoughts. And miles of physical screams were being shouted. Then I learned the truth. What is the truth? Human beings resist people, places, conditions, and things because they have not yet mastered control over themselves. The key is the harmony. Being harmony. So the decree is the harmony of my inner self is my maximum protection. And this is what Saint Germain says. So So I've learned why people stay so busy. Oh, how was your week? So busy. Because the more they do, the less they can observe. Taking kids to school, taking kids to I don't know, playing cricket or going shopping, watching TV, I don't know, going to the new restaurant somewhere. Always stay busy, because the busier the better. So then you don't have time to observe, because to observe you need to be still. About observation, those people that they just talk, they avoid to observe themselves. And usually, always, the defects we see in others are those we have. In other words, what Paul says about Peter tells us more about Paul than about Peter. With positive observation, the next step is positive meditation, which is to deeply investigate things as they are in a state of alertness, wakefulness, and discovery. So you're going to investigate, you are going to observe, and then start deeply looking at that and discovering by yourself. Well, that's one of the postures that you can choose: sitting, leg cross, sitting on a chair, lying down, without your phone, without any distraction. And this is Patanjali explained, and then he explained this many years ago. And Ruben Cedeño put this in words for this time. So the meditation, first of all, the meditation comes alone. But if you start following, I don't know if the word, what is the verb? Doing these things? Meditation can surprise you, can find you. So first of all, the negativization. Let me tell you in simple words, that negative thought or that negative feeling that you are observing, you are going to say, you have no power over me. Positivization is you're going to reinforce as saying the positive. I am health, I am prosperity, I am intelligent. Your posture, we already saw the posture, is the posture crossing your legs, back straight. The next one is breathing. But you're not going to control your breathing. You're just going to observe how the air comes in and then comes out. If the air is hot or is cold. If your pattern breathing is fast and short or slow and long and deep. If you are breathing through both of your orifice here, narinas, I think it's called narinas. I'm not sure about the English name now. Just coming in and out and observing. You don't need to change. You don't need to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No. Just observe what happened with your breathing. Once you are focused on your breathing, then sense withdrawal. The Spanish version is, or what Ruben says is abstraction. But I wasn't sure if abstraction has the same meaning in English. You are going to, that's why you need to be alone. So your dog is in the backyard, your kids might be sleeping or at school, your partner might be somewhere else, and you are going to just in your room, in the, I don't know, any place in the house that you find, or even if you want to go outside the house, a place that you can find yourself to sit and relax. Observe your breathing, and then closing your eyes is going to focus your attention here. Concentration is that you're going to stay there. And yes, a lot of things are going to come to your mind. Memories, thoughts, any kind of things. And you're just going to concentrate, because even though those thoughts come, you just follow. I'm thinking of food. I'm thinking about the conversation I had this morning with my partner. I'm thinking what I saw on TV. Meditation is that you're going to start, I'm not my body, I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my feelings. So you start looking into yourself about your I am. That's part of you who says, I am. Well, what is that part? And contemplation. Contemplation is that you are going to, there is no difference between the I am and you. Positive understanding. It is the process of observing and meditating in order to penetrate and become aware of things, including oneself, one's surroundings, others, and situations related to the inner being, the 7 universal principles, and the 7 aspects of God. The understanding is this. Is when you understand, you say, that's it. I got it. Now I understand. That is when you, one of the Gautama students, he asked, so someone asked Gautama, what is the reality? And he said this. No, I think, sorry. Forget what I said. I'm going to start again. Someone asked Gautama, what is reality? So Gautama, one of his students said that he got it. He understood. I don't know if you did that. There is once upon a time in India was a guru. He was what is his name? Ruben always tells us the story. What is his name? I will remember. It's not Ramakrishna. Is okay. Anyway, let me tell you the story. So this guru in India had a room, big room, and he, instead of me talking, he went there and sat down, and everyone saying the same. I understood. And then one of a journalist went to ask him, Ramana Maharshi, that's the name. Ramana Maharshi went to his classroom. He sat down, the posture, and everyone. So the journalist went to talk to him, interview him, and said, "One moment, but you don't speak. So what happened?" So Ramana Maharshi said, I speak to the less intelligent people. So to the less intelligent ones. Oops. Anyway, so when you understand, it's easy. I have another example. This one, it happened this week. Was a story of one of my patients. He told me that he had a pet, a snake, once upon a time. No. Anyway, and one day he was in his backyard and a snake came. So he grabbed the snake and the snake was around his arm. And what happened is that he knew, but one of his neighbors came to kill the snake. And he said, hang on, stop. Don't even think about it. So he went to this with the snake. It wasn't his pet, it was another snake. He went with the snake to the forest, to the one of the trees, and the snake relaxed and moved. There is a verb for the movement of the snake, but I don't remember now. And I told him, wow. And I wondered at that moment if I would be able to do the same, to grab the snake. And the snake, he said my arm was completely blue like. Wow, I said. And I asked him, so when that happened, what did you think, or what happened through your mind? What? And he said, I knew what to do. So he knew that the snake, he said most likely that the snake was more afraid than anyone else. It was squeezing his arm. So that's the key. When we understand, that's it. There is all the conflicts finishes. The things that cause suffering, such as discrimination, loneliness, death, lack of love, and going from one place to another without meaning, that people who doesn't have a goal, a purpose in their lives, result from a lack of understanding of things and their causes. Ignorance is the cause of suffering. And then we have positive effort. A positive effort involves taking action to achieve the constructive objectives of any matter by applying the causation quadrant, engaging the mind, feelings, words, decreeing, and action, proceeding both physically and internally, which before was spirituality, we call now interiority, or spiritually, now internally, it's within. So that's the effort. We need to make an effort. I make an effort to learn. This activity is for free. We do a donation at the end, but it is for free. There is no charge. The effort is to apply this teaching, to apply this knowledge in your life, in your experience, in your daily activities. And this is the symbol, the Metaphysics logo, which is composed of 3 logos. In the center, you can see a heart with 3 flames. That heart is the representation of the inner being. And this is Jesus' teaching. The second is the symbol of the Maltese cross, which is the electronic pattern of Saint Germain. Saint Germain is the patron of metaphysics. And the third symbol is the wheel of teaching, or what we saw today as the 8 positive attitudes. In a nutshell, metaphysics is about positive thinking, positive speech, positive actions, positive livelihood, positive observation, positive meditation, positive understanding, and positive effort. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye for now.